What's up everyone, welcome to the RA Visuals YouTube channel, and man, have I got an awesome keyboard build for you guys today. And spoiler alert, it has easily become my favorite keyboard that I've ever built to date. So stick around because you don't want to miss this. Get rid of that Windows 10 watermark and start saving with URCD Key. URCD Key offers deep discounts on games and software with my own special promo code. Purchasing your key is super easy. All you have to do is click on the item you want, click buy to add it to your cart, and then once you're in your cart, you can go ahead and enter my promo code RAV20 for 20% off of your purchase. After adding the promo code, you'll see your savings pop up, and you can then purchase your product with your chosen payment method. Finding and entering your Windows 10 CD key is super easy. All you have to do is go to your user profile, find your purchase, and click View Keys and Codes to reveal your new CD key. Then all you have to do is go to Settings in Windows, click on Update and Security, click on Activation, and finally click on Change Product Key and enter your new key into the window and click Next. You'll now have a fully licensed version of Windows 10 with 0 watermarks. Check the links in the video description to start saving now. So I recently unboxed a really awesome artisan keycap on the channel that was sent over by a good buddy of mine from Ato Works Keycaps. Now, not only was I extremely stoked to be a part of that first limited batch of keycaps, but I figured what better way to show appreciation for a fine bit of handmade art like that than to build a matching keyboard setup all the way around it. Quick disclaimer, this build is not, it's not gonna be cheap. So I'll put the prices of everything on the screen in the video so that you can all pick and choose parts for your own setups if you desire to do that. All right, let's get started. Now, the main foundation for this whole build is going to be a keyboard that I have actually been very excited to build in for quite a while now, and it is the Novelkeys NK65 Entry Edition. This is basically a build kit that you get from them that comes with a nice padded zipper case with their logo on the front that looks pretty cool, and it's actually pretty useful if you happen to be traveling around with your board and you want to take it with you and not get it, banged around and messed up, something like that. Inside the case, the NK65 comes with a black coiled telephone cord looking USB-C cable that if you're getting started and don't have a cable, I'm sure it'll work fine for you guys, but it's a little short, I'm gonna tell you that right now. And if you have a custom cable, you're probably gonna ditch this and just throw it away anyway. They also give you a nice little info card that lets you know the board is compatible with a software called VIA, which is actually very useful, and it allows you to remap your keys, set macros, change your RGB lighting, and even has a key tester to make sure that all of your switches are working properly in your board. Now moving on to the main event, this is the keyboard itself. So this features an injection molded polycarbonate case that's available in 9 different colors, and I ended up picking up the watermelon colorway that has a deep red color that I think looks very good and will go nicely with the other components I have for it. Now this keyboard sits at an 8-degree angle already, and it has rubber feet on the bottom to keep it from slipping around on your mouse pad. And one of the coolest things about this keyboard is that it actually has a built-in silicone dampening pad that is cut out to fit the bottom housing of the board perfectly. It has all the proper cutouts for it, and I personally love this addition, and I can't wait to see how this board sounds when I finally get it all finished. The NK65 has a 65% standard fixed layout, which you would think should be pretty simple to buy parts for, as a lot of boards are moving to this type of size and everything, but watch out. If you're unaware like I was, there's a couple keys on row 1 that most cheaper keycap sets will not come with and will not fit. They end up being a little bit too big. So I ended up running into this issue, and I'll explain more when I get on to what keycaps I use for the keyboard. Other features of the NK65 include a hot swap PCB that can be white or black, and it is PCB as well as plate mount switch compatible, accepting 3 or 5 pin switches. And this PCB features per switch RGB lighting, programmable with the VIA software that we talked about earlier, and has south-facing LEDs. You also get some Novelkeys branded plate mount stabilizers that seem to be pretty good from what I can see and come lightly lubed from the look of it, but the one thing that I'm a bit concerned about is the space bar. It's a bit wobbly, so we're gonna have to fix that. And to fix that, I did the usual and took some of my white electrical tape that I always use, and I cut a little bit of strips to place in between the stabilizer and the PCB, and bam, with that, there's no more wobble, sits in there nice and tight, and hopefully this will take away a bit of that stabilizer rattle that usually usually happens when stabilizers are loose like that. Moving on from the base of the keyboard kit from Novelkeys, let's talk about what I'm going to be putting in this board, and I think you guys are really gonna like this stuff. Starting with the switches, I'm going with the Everglide V3 Aqua King switches, sent over to be my favorite online keyboard part retailer, PrevailKeyco.com. Use code RAV for a little discount if you guys want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, go ahead. These are a linear switch with a fully clear housing and a 62-gram gold spring. And these have been highly rated by a ton of people that I've seen, so thank you to Prevail Keyco for sending these out to me, and I really, really appreciate it, guys. On top of the Everglides, I chose to get yet another set of Skylight Series double shot PBT keycaps from Drop, and I did this one because of the colorway. I felt the black and maroonish red would look really good with everything else in this build, and I also love the clean look and the feel of these keycaps. And of course, adding to the red and black warrior aesthetic, I'm calling it, we complete our keycaps with the Yukimura Samurai keycap from Ato Works Keycaps that he just sent me. This thing was a limited first time run and was sent to me and only 9 other people to start with, but he'll have more available pretty soon, and I think it just ties the whole thing together. And so now that we have a completed keyboard, you guys know that I don't just stop there. I always pair my keyboards with some matching accessories, and for this build, we have 2 of my favorite artisans getting involved. For the USB-C cable, I picked up this new straight aviator cable from Calamity Cables in a flat black and red theme. And honestly, I don't even really miss the coil, you guys. I actually really like the look of straight cables, and I'm really feeling this with this build. And finally, for the wrist rest again, we have this awesome red and black Abyss colorway set from Artisan Labs that comes with an optional matching tray set that he does now. And as I always say, stuff like this is optional, but I think these just kind of set off the overall build, and you guys will see pretty soon, so had to have it. Okay, so that was quite a bit of stuff for a keyboard. How much will all of this end up costing when all added up? So for the NK65 entry, you're looking at $95. For a set of Everglide Aqua Kings, you're looking at $55. For the Drop keycaps, you're looking at another $55. And for the Artisan keycap from Ato Works, you're looking at $65. The custom straight cable from Calamity Cables was $40. And finally, the custom resin wrist rest set was $120. So altogether, I'm doing the math now, that is $430. Holy shit, I just spent over $400 on a keyboard. What the hell is wrong with me? Really though, this build pretty much went as smooth as butter, with the only exception being the keycaps from Drop, because they actually don't support the 65% layout we have here. I ended up just using a couple of random keycaps to fill the bottom row there, but just beware of this because I didn't realize it, so you're gonna probably have to choose a different keycap set if you want them to be perfect. Anyway, my financial choices aside, let's see if this keyboard sounds like it's worth over $400. So if you already found this video helpful, or you just like seeing me drain my wallet to, you know, my heart's content, please hit the video with a like and consider getting subscribed with those notifications on so you don't miss future videos like this one. And so without further ado, here are some B-roll shots of the build and some typing sounds.